Boker Tov. We continue with the 3-minute daily dose of Torah, looking at the storyline of Pinchas. Today we get to actually step into the Parshat Pinchas, leaving Parshat Balak, the end of it, and as the story continues. The plague has ceased. There has been this crazy moment where Zimri and Cosby are cavorting there, and Pinchas rams them through with a sword and stops them, and apparently stops the whole craziness of this decadent worship and whatever is happening there. And the Magefa, God's plague of the Jewish people, comes to an end. And Parshat Pinchas begins, Vaydaber Adonai Moshe limor, Pinchas ben Elazar ben Aaron HaKohen. Pinchas, the son of Elazar, the son of Aaron the Kohen, he's Aaron's grandson. Heishiv et chamati me'al b'nei Yisrael. He's the one who turned back my wrath from against the children of Israel. Bekano kinati b'tocham, as he took the role of being jealous for me. He carried out my passionate jealousy on my behalf. V'lo chiliti b'nei Yisrael b'kinati, so that because of his action, I didn't come to destroy all of Israel with my own jealousy or passion about what they've done. So he's the one who stopped the plague. He did a good thing for you folks. And of course, he sent a message at the same time, but he is someone who I say did a good thing. Lachein emor, therefore I say, Hineni notein lo et briti shalom. Behold, I extend to him my covenant of peace. My covenant of friendship, some read that, but Briti Shalom, my covenant of peace. Why does he need this from God? Is it simply that he gets put a medal, that God, puts a medal around his neck and says, you did a good thing, yesterday or 5 minutes ago, and everyone should applaud you? Presumably someone's given a Brit Shalom because there are questions about whether or not we should think highly of this person, and indeed whether people will act against him aggressively. And having God's protection of a Brit Shalom will stop that. And so the Abravanel reads it this way, that he has great reason to fear that the tribe of Shimon will come to avenge the murder of one of their leaders, Zimri, who had been cavorting, as we pointed out. They were, who is he? Who is Pinchas to carry out this act? And Pinchas, as the Abravanel reads it, needed to have an entourage protecting him from his enemies. People were quite angry at him. And they said, and this will be the last line here, hold on. They shot you should know, but they were claiming that because he's a murderer, that he shouldn't be allowed to serve in the Mishkan, and so therefore God sends forth this message through Moshe. I want it to be clear that I'm here to protect Pinchas, and therefore nobody do him any harm, because if you mess with my guy, you're messing with me. And having a Brit Shalom, because the next verse, he gives him a Brit Kuhunat Olam. He says, I don't care that the fact that he actually has some blood on his hands in an act of avenging from my behalf. He is ready to be a Kohen eternally. We continue with the story tomorrow.